was the ego juggling on this project?
Which one?
Before you started shooting, you were talking to me about how you were concerned that maybe there would be ego battles. Did you ever have any ego battles on this set, or did you just lay down the law?
You know, they're quick. They're quick. They're kind of like, phew, fast. It's like fast. Like, did he say that? Did I hear the F you? Did you say that? And then it's like, love you. I get you. Fucking asshole. Asshole. What? What? I said, what? I said, cashew. You said cashew? I said, asshole. You know, things like that. You never quite, but yeah, there's a little something there. Yeah, I get it.
You ever tell them that you had live rounds?
Maybe. Actually, some of the fire, it's the muzzle blast from, we're using full loads and stuff that actually is not even allowed, some of it in this country, that fires out as much as 20, 25 feet. Like the blast from Terry's gun will kill you. Will absolutely tear you in half. I actually have seen, I worked with an actor, Rutger Hauer, got blasted with one, and it literally tore a hole in him half the size of my fist. So that stuff's dangerous, real dangerous.
Next question.
My question is for Mr. Stallone. I was just wondering, do you enjoy acting better or directing?
No comparison. Acting's great, but there is so much more to do with directing. I love, like, just having these guys, you know, just bringing out the best of them, showing them what to do, what I've learned, how to avoid bad things, how to accentuate their good things. And it's just overall, I think it has to do with me being a total power freak. That's it, a complete control whore. That's what I think it has something to do with that. I know it's genetic. My father was one, it just passed it down. But I really do love directing, more than acting. Acting I've sort of done as much as I probably can do, and I'll leave it to the young bloods to bring on the new wave of action. Thank you.
I think this is going to be a question for Dolph. I'm not sure why I think that, but go ahead.
I sold this myself 3 days ago, so my question is for Dolph, and I wanted to know what it was like to be part of a large cast when in other of your movies it's either just you as the protagonist or maybe one other person who's your partner in crime.
Well, you know, it's nice shirt, by the way. It's going to show my phone number back. I won't do that. Anyway, I'm married. Anyway, yeah, well, you know, it's I still feel kind of a bit, well, it's a bit unbelievable to be sitting here really with these guys, and you know, that I'm part of this crew, and you know, like Bruce Willis was here, you know, Statham's not here, Jet Li's not here, the governor hasn't shown up yet. So there are other people in the movie too, you know.
Yeah.
And Mickey Rourke. I mean, it was a great experience for me, and you know, one that only comes along maybe once in your career, really. Yeah, it was terrific. It's really, really special, I must say.
I mean, that's really how...
I had a few more days off because I didn't have to work every day. So.
It's just really ridiculous, this cast. I mean, when you think about it, you just named the people that aren't here. Yeah. And look at the people that are here. I mean, that's incredible. Has it really hit you that you really pulled this off yet, Sly?
No, truthfully, you know how they say, like, ignorance is bliss? I just wanted to get this movie made, and I just reached out, and I never had any master plan. I never went back and said, oh, this is going to be incredible. Everyone's going to be so overwhelmed. It just happened, Harry, and now, if I had known it was going to be this difficult, I probably would have been a lot more intimidated by it. But I just reached out, and it all came together. But at no means, just like with Rocky, I thought I was making a B film for the second building of the drive-in movies, because drive-in movies were very big back then. I had no intention that it was ever going to be what it was at all. I thought, boy, it'd be great to get some footage on myself. And it just turned into what it was. And same thing with this. I thought, let me just make a good action film. I had no idea that this cast would be like, people would say, how did you ever do it? The truth is, I don't know. I just reached out and it happened. If I had thought about it, I probably would have been, like I said, frozen, like, oh, this can't happen. And just sulk off in the corner, like, feel sorry for Sly.
Next question.
Hi, my question is for Mr. Stallone. We all know you're a great director, actor, writer, but my question was, what were your influences as growing up, writing and directing, to make you what you are today?
I was a late bloomer. I was very impressed, again, always with mythic action films where the underdog would rise up at great peril and perhaps save people, and it actually bled into my real life. I actually was very geekish growing up. I go to school with a Superman outfit under my clothes. So I guess that makes me kind of one of you guys. Okay? So
Do you have any photos of you as a young boy in a Superman outfit? Because I would love to post
No,
those.
I have it in a Smokey and Bear outfit.
I would post
Superman
that
is gone.
photo too. Absolutely.
No, but I guess the idea of just the directing part of it, that to me is really, really fantastic. And the influence would be the early kind of like sword and sorcerer type films. I love Seventh Voyage of Sinbad, Chasing the Argonauts. I mean, crazy. I never really watched classic, like On the Waterfront. No, I was more interested in Steve Reeves and heroism. It just tapped into my insecurities or growing up. That's what I wanted to be. Thank you.
Next question.
When you guys hit each other real hard by accident, did you guys take it personal?
It depends. You know, I've worked with actors that when they did that, you can't wait until they go to take two. Then you just gotta put your foot right through his friggin' chest. I've had that. I had that on Demolition Man. Believe me. I had it on Death Race 2000 with David Carradine. It's like every day he had to smash me in the face. I go, what are you, like, nuts? And then finally, but I couldn't do anything because he was a star. But when it was my turn, yeah. Anyway, I know that Steve and I in the first scene, and then I'll go to the other guys, we cracked our heads together. Boom. I mean, the scene is 1 second old, and there's like a stitch here, he's bleeding, and it was just, well, c'est la vie, that's it. I think if you like the other actor, no problem. If you dislike him, they're going to pay. Any opinion on that, guys?
I think you do your best not to have that happen. But I mean, accidents do happen. Sometimes you do crack somebody. Most of the time, it's the stunt crew. You're rarely punching the other actors. You're punching another stuntman, and they seem to like that sort of thing. They're crazy anyway. So.
Well, what I was surprised about, I mean, they carded about 4 or 5 stunt guys off because Randy smoked them.
It's the truth.
And then I got a big fight scene with Randy, and I'm thinking, oh man, here we go. I made a great living as a tough guy on TV, but now I'm in with a Hall of Fame UFC guy, and it's going to be a real interesting day at the office. Randy was one of the most kindest gentlemen. I never felt a thing he did. It was unbelievable. The guy's a true pro. I thought I might be wearing my jaw over here after the day.
You mean you might have gotten your neck broken?
I can't believe you didn't give him a heads up so you get a little revenge or something.
Okay.
I was glad
I'm glad he was so
Randy.
gentle.
I was glad I was fighting Randy on a movie set and not an octagon.
That's for sure.